Yeah, welcome back to another video. I'm not Hans, I'm not Franz, and I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm definitely not your financial advisor. Do your own research. And I'm not here to pump you up, but you will hopefully get pumped up a little bit because of the drip garden and the drip price. Listen, we are doing okay considering the market's down. This is Friday, 4:30 Eastern, and the market, closed almost 900 points down. People's 401ks are tanking. But if you're in drip, in the drip network, the faucet, the garden, the piggy bank, even though prices may not be where we want them to be right now, listen, you are in a good position because you're earning yield daily. And I just have this up right now. We'll get to this, the plants here in a second. I don't like to hydrate on screen, but I'll do one for you, just to kind of give you guys an update in terms of where things are. But listen, I want to just talk about a couple of things, and I'll get you out of here for the weekend. And thank you for joining. And again, another housekeeping point, I did not realize that all my videos that I've recorded here were being exported in standard def. So I have a whole slew of them that are in, the majority of them in standard def. So I'll take that extra step and export in HD so you can see the actual words on the screen instead of that crappy SD. So anyway, I will do that for you. I won't be that lazy. But anyway, listen, something that I think that I would like Forex Shark to consider doing. And that is, I would rather him do a stealth launch and just get it done. And coupled with that is not try and cram everything into the launch of the dogs. I think he needs to just get the dogs launched. I don't care about the game. I don't care about anything else, but this ecosystem needs, and the animal farm needs to be fully functioning. And this is not a criticism. Listen, he's a visionary, but I think that's the one thing I think he should consider, getting it launched. Secondly, I don't think we need any more hype and pump and AMAs to get this thing launched. I think we need to get it out the door, do a stealth launch, and then do your AMAs after, because I think doing a stealth launch will generate so much hype that it'll be even more appropriate for him to even, catapult off of the hype of the stealth launch. And I think even get more traction than if he does just the AMAs. I think everyone's just kind of a little bit tired of the hype that comes. I don't know that you get as much bang for the buck as he thinks in terms of doing, pumping it up and promoting it a little bit. We need to get this thing up and running, though. That's just my personal opinion. It's his show, though. I mean, he can do what he wants, but I think people are tired of the whole, let me do a couple of more AMAs and we'll set the date out. Get this thing up and running. We need to have this whole system up and running to help, with the price. That's the thing that's going to drive price more than anything, right? And yield and value is having a fully functioning animal farm. It's going to help the pig price. It's going to help the drip price. It's going to help the drip garden. And by the way, the drip garden, boy, the contract is moving back up. So that's another positive thing. So, listen, if you agree that, I'm not one for pushing my own likes and everything, but if you agree that you would rather have the animal, the dogs and the animal farm fully functioning as soon as possible versus having AMAs, I would encourage you to hit the like on this video. I'm not going to ask you for another one, but I think that hopefully maybe people will see this and agree that we want the animal farm launched. We don't want more AMAs. We don't want more hype. We don't want the game to come with it as well. We want the fully functioning animal farm and then launch it. I'd like to see a feature every week added or every 2 weeks added. You don't need to launch it all at once, because what'll happen then is one thing, something will happen with the game and it'll delay the whole animal farm from launching. We just need to get that thing up and launched and focus on that, and everything else can be gravy on top of that. So won't beat this dead horse, but that's just my personal take. The second thing that I want to talk to you all about, as a lot of people are trying to catch that bottom, right, is my biggest crypto regret. When I first kind of really went big in on XRP, I was waiting for it to go from 25 cents to 20 cents, right? And if I had just pulled the trigger at 25 cents, instead of trying to be greedy and wait for it to hit 20, thinking that it would go down, I would have had double my XRP bags at the time. And I look at that and it went up and I ended up with half of what I could have had, right? And so anyway, that is my biggest, I just pulled the trigger. I would have been so much better off long term. So I just want you all to think about that, right? It is hard to anticipate if something's going to go back down, because that thing shot up a lot more, and I got, again, half of what I could have gotten. It didn't go down, it actually went up, and then I FOMO'd in. And so listen, if you feel like the project is good, or the token is good, go ahead and pull the trigger, because if you're going to be in it for the long time, it'll pay for itself, right? So that is my biggest crypto regret to date. So, and then the next thing I'm going to show you is, actually, I'm not going to show you this. I just want to talk about something. I got a new, actually, I'm going to show you something. Just give me a second here. Bear with me. I'm going to copy this link. I'm not, I typically don't go in and get subscribers. You can't see anything on the screen right now because I'm copying, something over here. Actually, give me a second here. I'm copying a link because I was just checking to see when I was going to hit 100, because I'm not trying to grow the channel really, but the only reason I was checking was because I wanted to see when I would hit that 100 mark, so that I could get a vanity domain on, instead of that long link, because I was sending a link to a family and friend member that's considering it, who probably won't sign up. But anyway, when I was looking in there, I got a new subscriber, and I think what I'm going to start doing is highlighting, subscribers. And this name is Derek. This guy's name is Derek Dzinski, I believe. And so I want to give him a shout out, because this guy is a bodybuilder, right? And he subscribed to the channel, and I want to just start, maybe highlighting, some subscribers who I find maybe interesting, right? And so the reason that I'm highlighting him is because of discipline, right? And I bring this up because I am disciplined about compounding, hyper compounding daily, except when I take my Sabbath, right, on Saturdays. It takes discipline, and I see people. I have a son who does not even compound daily. He's 15, I get it. He's got a life, got a girlfriend, got sports and all that. But there are people who are losing out on a lot of extra growth and yield because they're not compounding at least daily. And again, I hyper compound quite often, right? And so I bring up discipline because, number one, and that's why my intro was Hans and Franz and Armor, right? So Derek, shout out to you. Thank you for subscribing. If you're into bodybuilding, or if you want to just kind of follow this guy's journey and his bodybuilding and his competitions, it takes discipline from a diet perspective to have a physique like that, from weights, tanning. It takes personal investment. This guy traveled, I think, travels all over the place. So, Derek, shout out to you, my friend, for having the discipline. I believe because you have the personal discipline in your physique and your bodybuilding here, that you're going to do well in crypto, because you know what it takes to have that routine daily. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't considered drip, or you're considering it and you're already in, just keep up with that compounding, brother. Keep it up, keep moving, keep doing it. So you guys give this guy a follow and subscribe if you're on here, especially if you are interested, or even if you're not. I mean, this guy will walk you through and show you his journey with bodybuilding. And good luck to you, my friend. I just wanted to highlight that as well. So thank you for I'm not going to cut out that jump screen. I am that lazy. I'm just going to let you guys listen to me. So listen, let's go over here, because I think I showed you what's going on here. Before the weekend is up, and maybe even by tonight. Maybe even by tonight, before I start my Sabbath. So I'll be at 75,000, and I think I'm going to be at I'll be at 80 on Monday. It's going that fast, right? And I'll stop this. And again, I will export this for HD so you guys can read all this, but this is my current stats, right? And so LP right now, I'm getting 9 a day, right? So I'm getting almost 4.5 drip a day. That's what that means. When you get LP, it's a combination of BUSD and drip, and I'm generating more than I am in my drip faucet. I'm at about 3.5 in my drip faucet that I'm earning, 3.5 drip a day, and in the drip garden. And you guys can go back and look at all these other video thumbnails in terms of you seeing me compounding and compounding and compounding since I got in, and here I am. And I'm going to take you back over here to this calculator, right? Pretty soon I'm going to be at 3,000 a day here. And that means every 3 days, I'm going to be at generating about 10,000 plants, right? And look at how quickly this thing just starts to grow. I'm at that point where I'm not necessarily a whale, but I'm getting to be, and I'll be one because I am disciplined. And I do hyper compound in the faucet, the garden, and also the piston token. I hyper compound on those. And I have not missed a compound in the piggy bank either, right? So anyway, look at this. I will be, before the end of July, I will be at almost 400,000 drip BUSD from the garden, right? And so I'm planning on taking that and adding that to the pool, the drip USD pool that generates pigs. So listen, I want to encourage you to keep discipline, like Derek. You know, and I walk 3.5 miles a day, except for Saturdays. I take my walk day off, and I do push-ups and sit-ups and lunges and squats. And so, you know, again, read Atomic Habits also, if you will. I think that will be very motivational for you. It starts with just little things and doing it consistently daily, right? Just like I'm compounding, just like our friend Derek here, the bodybuilder. You know, I'm sure that it's a grind. I'm sure that he has mornings and moments where he doesn't want to get up and do it, right? He wants to hit that snooze, where he doesn't want to, he wants to, you know, he wants to eat a cheeseburger or Five Guys, right? And I'm sure that, you know, he can't do it. He's probably eating, you know, rice and broccoli and, you know, and on that kind of regiment for this guy to do this. So Derek, again, shout out to you. And let me go ahead and just compound and just kind of show you guys where things are. Actually, I'm going to, because this thing is flying so quickly here, I'm going to wait. I kind of like doing the even numbers. My goal, though, ultimately is to get to this thing to where it's 1 second, a plant every second, and I'm not going to be able to even time it anymore. But right now, I just like the even numbers. It's easy math for me. So we'll just go over here and just kind of take a look at where we are. Okay, I'm just going to keep refreshing, and then I'll compound this and let you guys see where that brings me. And then we'll wrap it up, and some parting shout out words to y'all of encouragement. And I will not be doing a video on Monday, Minor Monday, just because I have a conflict and I'm not going to be able to get one done. So my next one is going to be next Friday. And so just a heads up on that. But we'll compound here, watch and see where we're at, and then I'll take you back over to the stats page and see what that does for our totals, and then I'll get you out of here. So anyway, again, very proud, you know, again, I'm not here, you know, subscriber watching or anything. There we go. And let me update that too while we're here. Because again, I don't really care if the channel grows. That 100 milestone mark for me will allow me to get the vanity you know, play there. And so here's what you see in terms of what it did here, just by adding that little bit. And then let's go hit the plant, refresh this and let you guys see what that does. I think that I'm not gonna, it takes a long time. When you get down to a sub minute, it takes a long time to bring it down a second. It takes, I think, over 1,000 for me to do that. But let's go down here. I'll let you take a look at this while I give you some shouting or some parting shout out words of encouragement. And so listen, you can do this. I think this, before the end of summer, this thing is going to pump once, you know, Forex gets this animal farm up and going fully. And again, I really, really hope, I do want to encourage you guys to like this video if you agree that he should just launch this thing regardless of the game and anything else. He needs to get this up going as soon as possible. So if you agree with that, I do want to encourage you to like this video, so maybe somehow he hears our voice on this. So, but anyway, be kind to each other. The world is brutal, man. I mean, you can make a difference, and you can choose your attitude and how you respond to people and how you react to people. You know, be generous even when you don't have a lot, right? I'm cash poor right now, but I still try to be generous with my finances as if I'm going to be rich, because I'm going to be rich. I believe that this ecosystem, the Drip Network, is going to make me rich. And I want to be generous, right? This is what this whole channel is about. I want to give back to the nonprofits of Detroit and impact the city of Detroit, right? So anyway, that's going to do it. Enjoy your weekend. I will talk to you next Friday. And again, I do encourage you to like this one for me. I'm not going to ask on a whole lot of these because, again, I'm not trying to grow the YouTube. So, but anyway, that is going to do it. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk to you later.